Hello students, I am Vijaya Gadade from Department of Computer Science. Today we are seeing the concept of the data structures. What is data structure? A data structure is a storage that is used to store and organize the data. It is way to arranging the data on the computer so that it can be accessed and updated efficiently. A data structure is not only used for organizing the data but also used for retrieving the data. Next one is classification of data structure. Mainly data structure can be classified into mainly two types: primitive data structure and non-primitive data structure. Primitive data structure can be classified into integer, float, character, boolean, pointer, etc. Non-primitive data structure can be classified into mainly two types: linear data structure and non-linear data structure. Linear data structure are of types array, stack, queue and linked list. Non-linear data structure are of types tree and graph. Primitive data structure, these are the most basic data type provided by a programming language. They typically store storage a single value. Example, integer, float, character and boolean. So the basic data type is nothing but the primitive data structure. Non-primitive data structure, these are the more complex data structure built using primitive data types. With the help of primitive data type, these non-primitive data structures are built, and they can store a collection of data or represent relationship between the data elements. So non-primitive data structure again classified into linear data structure and non-linear data structure. In linear data structure in which data elements are arranged sequentially or linearly, where each element is attached to its previous and next adjacent element. And the example of this is array, stack, queue and linked list. Non-linear data structure where the data elements are placed sequentially, are not placed sequentially or linearly, are called as non-linear data structure. In the example of non-linear data structure is trees and graph. Okay, next part we are seeing the concept of the stack. A stack is a linear data structure where the data can store in a last in first out manner, that is LIFO manner, or first in last out manner, that is the manner, that is FILO manner. In a stack, new element is added at one end and element is removed from that end only. The insertion and deletion operation are often called as push and pop. This is the diagrammatic representation of the stack. The function associated with the stack are as follows. First function is empty, returns whether the stack is empty or not. Next one is size, return the size of the stack. Top or peak function, return or a reference to the topmost element of the stack. Next one, push, insert the element to the stack. Pop, delete the element from the stack. Next one is advantages and disadvantages of stack. Advantages: stack are simple data structure with a well-defined set of operation which makes them easy to understand and use, and the time complexity they are using, that is 0 of 1 time. In order to reverse the order of the element, we can use the stack data structure. Stack can be used to implement undo and redo function. While using undo and redo function, we are using the stack data structure. Next one is disadvantages of stack are restriction of a size in a stack is a drawback. If they are full, they cannot add or remove the element from the stack. Stack does not provide fast access to the element other than the top element. So these are the some of the advantages and disadvantages of the stack. Next, we are seeing the queue data structure. Queue is a linear data structure that stores the items in a first in first out, that is FIFO manner. With a queue, the list recently element added item is removed first. The example of the queue is uh, a good example of queue is any queue or a consumer for a resource where the consumer that come first is served first. This is the diagrammatic representation of the queue. The functions associated with the queue are enqueue, dequeue, front and rear. Enqueue, add an item to the queue. If the queue is full, then it is said to be overflow condition. Dequeue, remove an item from the queue that the item are popped from the same order in which they are pushed, and the condition is called as underflow condition. Front, get the front item from the queue. Rear, get the last item from the queue. So these are the functions associated with the queue. Next one is advantages of queue. A large amount of data can be managed efficiently. Operations such as insertion and deletion can be performed with the ease as it is follow the first in first out data structures. Queue are useful when a particular service is used by a multiple consumers, and queue can be used in the implementation of other data structures. Next one is disadvantages of the queue. The operations such as insertion and deletion of elements from the middle are time consuming, and the searching of an element takes the time complexity of 0 of n time. Maximum size of the queue must be defined prior in case of array implementation. Thank you.